I wanted a massive book outlet haul just for books by Nigerian authors. So if you're interested in African literature, literary fiction, or just books by Nigerian authors and their powerful storytelling, this video is for you. Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, Favor's Flavor. My name is Favor. My channel is all about books, nursing, and travel videos. So if you are interested in any of those three things, I would love it if you stayed. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. This video is going to be about my massive book outlet haul with a twist. The twist is that all books in this video are all by Nigerian authors. If you guys didn't know, I'm Nigerian, so I usually tend to gravitate towards Nigerian books. As you may or may not know, August is my third month in my reading journey, so I was looking for ways to add more books to my collection, as always. And I found out about Book Outlet by a YouTuber called, I think her name is Brynn D, Brynn and D. And I wish someone would have told me about it sooner. It's so wonderful. I got 10 books, all 10 books for $84. Do the math. That's $8 per book. The average new books nowadays is like $20 per book. So I definitely got my money's worth from this order. And if you're new to their website, you get a $5 coupon for signing up with them. I don't have any affiliate links or anything like that. I just thought that if I get the quality of books that I get and it's good, it's too good not to share this. And if you're looking for a catch, if you don't know about Book Outlet, most of the books are books that are overstock or returns or stuff like that. So usually the kind of books that would be marked as like new on Amazon. So I knew it beats Amazon's prices, especially if you find the books that you want. And I found a lot of books that I wanted, books that I was gonna buy on Amazon. Most of these books were on my TBR. So when I saw them, I was like, yeah, I have to get it. And the thing is, if you don't get it and the stock is done, it's done. So you kind of have to wait out and make sure that you get the book that you really want to get when you get it, if it's that important for you. I've heard one or two people complain about the quality of books that they get, so I hope I don't have any issues with the books that I get today. You guys are going to unbox with me, so we'll see if I don't have to return any books or have any issues. I hope for the most part, what I've heard from people is that the books are usually like new or new, so I'm hoping I get all new books, so we'll see. Now let's get right into the unboxing, okay? Okay, so we're just gonna unbox this is the big box. This is how it came, sealed. This has to be my biggest haul from one place. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put the box on the ground and then we'll just pick up a book and go one by one. So the first book I see in the box is Yinka, Where's Your Husband by Lizzie Damlala Blackburn. This is a book that I feel like I've seen a lot of people talk about. It has decent rating on Goodreads and on Amazon. So it says Yinka is a 30-something Oxford educated British Nigerian woman whose mother's constant refrain is Yinka, where's your husband? I can definitely somewhat relate to that. Not by my mom, at least not anymore. But this is what I'm saying when I feel like I tend to gravitate towards Nigerian books and Nigerian authors, because I tend to be able to relate to their stories in some way. It says Yinka, Where's Your Husband brilliantly subverts the traditional romantic comedy with an unconventional heroine who bravely asks the questions we all have about love. Rai Acerbic moving. This is a love story that makes you smile but also makes you think and explores what it means to find your way between two cultures, both of which are yours. So I'm definitely excited to read it, and I like this cover. I definitely love colorful covers. It's also a hardcover, which is pretty good for the price. Like this at baseline, it's like at least It says $26, and I believe I got it for like $8.99 or something. So, or maybe even $6.99. Pretty good. So the second book I got was Blessings by Chukwuebuka Ibe. This book is definitely giving me Isaac Songs by Daniel Black from what I've seen, and it says here that Chimamanda calls the book beautiful. This is definitely giving me more of like someone that's gay, but if you know anything about Africans and African parents, they don't play. A lot of them are homophobic. That's just straight to the point. A lot of them are homophobic, so this definitely feels like the kind of book that addresses some of that. It says it's a searing debut of self-acceptance, sexual awakening, and first love set in Nigeria on the verge of criminalizing same-sex relationships. It says it's set in post-military Nigeria and culminating in the Same-Sex Marriage Act of 2013. Blessings is an elegant and exquisitely moving story that asks how to live freely in the country that forbids one's true self and what it takes for love to flourish despite it all. So this is also a hardcover book, and I can't wait to read it. It's not a long book at all. I believe the book is about 280 pages. So like, I feel like I could finish this in like 2 days if I focus on it pretty well. So far hits. The third book I have is You Made It Full of Debt with Your Beauty by Akweke Emezi. I've also seen good reviews about this book. It's also one of the more popular books, and it has reviews by a lot of authors that I like. Hardcover and beautiful cover too. I love this orange cover. That's a really pretty picture of the author. She looks really pretty. Looks like the main character in this book became like a widow, but she ends up falling in love with the father of someone she's supposed to be seeing. That just sounds messy. It says, Akweke Emezi's vivid and passionate writing takes us into a deep world of possibility and healing and the constant bravery of choosing love against all odds. So we'll see. This is also a book that is not so big. Yep, 278. So these are books that if you're looking for easy books to get your feet wet in the Nigerian literary fiction genre, these are all books. And so far, all the books have come in good condition. Okay, my fourth book is a book that I'm actually excited about. Not that it's not an easy story. It's a hard story to read, but I kind of want to read it. So this one definitely has some I don't know if you can tell. The camera might not be picking it up well. The cover just has some dots to it. The name of this book is The Road to the Salt Sea by Samuel Kolawole. Let's see. It says, a searing exploration of the global migration crisis that moves from Nigeria to Libya to Italy from an exciting new literary voice. So if you're Nigerian, you've heard of the people that go on foot and try to escape to Europe, Spain, and all those countries over there. And all of them, the people that do this, they go on foot through Libya and Morocco. And it's such a sad reality for a lot of people. Not something that I know firsthand, but something that I've definitely heard distant stories about. So far, all the books have another hardcover. If you know me, you know I love hardcover books. I know some people don't like it, but for me to have gotten all these hardcover books for basically $8 a piece, not complaining. Definitely excited to read this. This is also a short read. Let's see how many pages. 285 pages for this book. The last 3 books have literally been under 300. So a lot of recommendations for you guys in this video. And if you want me to make a video just specifically about Nigerian authors and Nigerian books, Nigerian staples, please comment down below or give this video a thumbs up, and I will try to make a video like that in the coming months once I am able to read some of these books and actually give a review about it. Okay, the next book I have is The Interpreters by Wole Soyinka. So if anybody that's Nigerian knows, you know of Wole Soyinka. He's as popular as Chinua Achebe. I believe he's gotten like a Nobel Peace Prize for literature, like the first person, I want to say, don't quote me, but he's definitely like founding fathers type of person for African literature. And I just felt like, even though he's known more for his plays and stuff, I think this is one of his few novels, The Interpreters. He said, Nobel Prize winner Wole Soyinka's debut novel tells the story of a group of friends facing political corruption and cultural uncertainty in the post-independence Nigeria. Yep, he's known more for his plays and his political activism. So this is just a book that I might not be in a rush to read it, but I definitely am happy to have it. And this is my first paperback. It looks clean, no issues so far with it. So hits after hits so far. Now the next book I got was A Spell of Good Things by Ayobami Adebayo. She's also an author of this book that I'm also interested in. It's called Stay With Me, but this is the only one that was on the website. Also a hardcover book. I love the cover. It says, this is a dazzling story of modern Nigeria and two families caught in the riptides of wealth, power, romantic obsession, and political corruption. I guess if you can see the theme so far, there's a lot of corruption in Nigeria, and some of the books that talk about Nigeria, there's almost no way to talk about the country of Nigeria without including some type of corruption in there most times. So this talks about, that's basically what this book is kind of about. I think it's about two people. One is a child of a local politician, and the other one is basically a poor person's kid, and they run into each other. I think that's what I get from this book. This one is definitely a thicker one, but 327 pages, but the words are not big, so I'm excited to read this when I get a chance. All of these books you're gonna see again in my channel, come up on my TBRs. So these are all books that I'm not just buying just to buy. I actually do want to read them. Okay, so far we've done 6 books. We have 4 more. Okay, this is another one that I'm excited about. Let's see. It's called Only Big Bum Bum Matters Tomorrow by Damilare Cuckoo. This is just somebody, this author, I can't wait, and you see the next book that I pick up. I can't wait to read this book and the next book that I'm gonna talk about, because she just, her books just give off like funny vibes. This, just like the other book, I don't know if you can tell, just has like a little bit of dirt on it. Not too bad, but it's definitely more obvious on this cover. This is a small book. Didn't realize how small this was. This book is 254 pages, so it's pretty small. It says it's a powerful and hilarious debut novel about family secrets, judgmental aunties, and Brazilian backlives from the author of the hit story collection Nearly All the Many Lagos Are Mad. Okay. In Only Big Bum Bum Matters Tomorrow, Damilare Cuckoo brings her signature humor, boldness, and compassion to each member of this lovable but exasperating family, whose lives show just how sharp the double-edged sword of beauty can be. Okay, and in Nigeria, if you're talking in like layman's English, if you would call it that, bum bum is just butt, so like buttocks, ass, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. So can't wait to read this. This is definitely gonna be a finish it in a day type of book. So my next book I'm gonna talk about should come as no surprise. Nearly all men in Lagos are mad by Damilare Cuckoo. This book came out before the other one, and I can't believe I haven't read this book yet. But this book is supposed to be, is it? Actually, this book is on my August TBR, so I should be reading it this month, but it may not happen. It might be next month because some really interesting books came up that might trump this a little bit. But again, we've talked about Damilare Cuckoo. It says, in this remarkable short story collection, Damilare Cuckoo takes us deep into the heart of modern Lagos. And if you didn't know, I was born and raised in Lagos, so this is definitely a book that I feel like I would 100% enjoy. It takes us deep into the heart of modern Lagos, Nigeria's largest city, and the lives of a group of audacious women who cope with romantic difficulties by brilliantly turning the tables on the men who wronged them. Yep, even though I have no experience, maybe a little, but I'm not going to tell myself, I'm not going to tell my business, but experience dating in Nigeria. But I already know this book is going to be funny. I already know, because dating in Nigeria feels like a joke sometimes, but that's this book. And so far, this is a paperback. I think in total I've had 2 paperbacks out of 8 books. Most of the books I get are hardcover books. Okay, so my second to last book is something that is out of the ordinary for me a little bit, because I'm not usually, this is gonna be like my first book in this genre and by a Nigerian author, and that book is The Lies of the Ajungo. This is a fantasy novella. You see how this is thin? So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna dip my leg in the whole fantasy thing, I need to start with like a novella. That's why I got this. I believe this is a trilogy, so depending on how good this is, I will pick up the other 2 to like, I guess, biff up my fantasy genre. It's by Moses Ose Utomi. What's this book about? It's a debut novella. The Lies of the Ajungo follows one boy's epic quest to bring water back to his city and save his mother's life. Okay, I don't want to even like read too much about it because it's basically 84 pages. I can read this in 2 hours. So, but it's a hardcover book. It looks good. It definitely gives what I think it should give. And I'm excited to dip my leg in the fantasy genre with a book by a Nigerian author. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with all these books when I eventually read them, because I will be reading them. Now my last book, drum roll please, is this book with this nice cover. It's called A Broken People's Playlist by Chimeka Garrix. It's a crackling interlinked story collection introducing a vital new voice in African literature, inspired by an eclectic playlist of beloved songs. It's infused with the author's rhythmic storytelling, sublime wit, and insight. Each page will spark something in you, and like a favorite song, long linger in the heart and mind. I saw this book, I saw the cover, and the fact that it's supposed to infuse some type of music aspect with it, I'm just like, yep, sign me up. And the whole book is 210 pages. So all these books, even if you're someone that hasn't like read Nigerian books before, you think it's not really for you, these are all books that are, I feel like out of the 10 books, at least 6 of them are under 300 pages. A couple of them, like 2 or 3, under 250. So it shouldn't be hard to read if you want to dip your feet in the African literature space. And I would definitely recommend books like this that have that are a collection of short stories, so you don't feel like you're like bored by one big novel. So something like this would definitely make it easier for you to get different point of views or different stories in the same book. And like I said, they're all shorter books, so I'm excited. So far, I rate Book Outlet a solid 10 out of 10 because all the books I got are not damaged. There were 2 that had like slightly discolorations on the cover, but Overall, all 10 books look good. They literally look like new, basically. And I got them for at least 50% off MSRP. And remember, out of the 10 books here, only two are not hardcover. So do the math. I definitely saved a lot of money by shopping on Book Outlet. I'll leave a link down to the Book Outlet website if you're interested. I would definitely be shopping with them again because this was definitely a hit. I can't imagine I just found out about it, but you know what? At least I did, and I was able to get out this book. So we're down to the end of the video. So thanks for watching. I hope you like, I hope you comment, I hope you subscribe and stay and interact with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll be happy to see you in my next video. Bye.